Alone in the Dark is a game where you kick the shit out of people. Just listen to that whip crack, he has legs of steel. But really, this is the first survival horror game ever made, inspired by the stories of H.P. Lovecraft. It came out in 1992 and it looks great, right? Honestly, the scariest part of this game is in the opening cutscene when you see a close-up of a frog. What's the point of that? Well anyway, you play as this ginger detective, a typical rough and tumble, down on his luck, doesn't take shit from anyone kind of guy, who's voiced by the worst voice actor in history.
The few friends I have call me Carnby. The others call me the Reptile.
Well, apart from me. You're commissioned by an antique dealer to go check out a piano in the loft of this creepy old mansion, and how did the dog just jump through the window? We're on the top floor, it's like 3 or 4 stories up or something. Eventually you make it down to the lower floor by placing 2 mirrors on the statue and mounting the demons blocking the way. You read a few books and discover a little more about the history of the mansion. The owner, Jeremy Hartwood, died a few days before you got there. You spent months translating creepy Cthulhu-esque manuscripts you found in the library and slowly went insane.
January 23rd. I spend all my days plunged in dusty books. The servants are convinced I am mad. At night, I awaken them with my screams.
He had disturbing nightmares about a man in black and a shadowy presence roaming the house. And, oh god, there's a mystery cave in the cellar.
Ironic! The cave my father sought for so many years is here! Beneath the house! Wait, the butler discovered a crack in the cellar wall. A breeze blows in through it, icy and repugnant. I am filled with horror at the thought of my father dying in this place.
Honestly, this game is actually pretty damn scary. I mean, it's stupid at times, yeah. But then you hear some weird screech, where you touch a ghost and it turns into this loud as hell glowing orb that shakes the screen and chases you from room to room. Or you just try to leave through the front door and get sucked into some massive green tentacle thing. It freaks me out. The sound effects are really good too. There's creaking floorboards, it's ominously quiet sometimes, I don't know. It's really easy to die as well. A lot of the time this game is pretty damn cryptic. Some enemies you can kill, some you can't. Some you die in weird fucking ways that you never think to try. The combat is clunky and you get stuck in a corner and chipped to death. But damn, it is fun. It's fun going in all the rooms and seeing what weird shit is going to happen this time around. Anyway, to paraphrase a bit, you search a statue and collect 3 arrows, spiders drop from the ceiling. You throw a cover over a painting to stop it throwing an axe at you. You use your arrows and the bow to shoot a painting before it shoots at you. You run up the hallway to Jeremy's bedroom. You pick up a fake book, push the clock out of the way and grab a key. You go into the library and light the oil lamp. The McDonald's grimace appears and you run to the side, use the fake book to open the secret room, and in the secret room you grab a dagger and a talisman. You use the dagger to kill the grimace. You use the key from Jeremy's bedroom to enter the study. In the study you grab the death record. You play the death record in the dance hall. You dodge the ghost, grab the key, run back to the study, place the cavalry sabre you got before on the wall, and you go down the stairs. I can't believe I did that, it took about 4 different attempts. Anyway, in reality it's even more complicated than that, and those early internet days before you could look up guides, so rage inducing. So you run into the old pirate tunnels which look like the inside of a rectum. It doesn't help much that there's a giant tapeworm chasing you either. And this is when you're first introduced to the new game mechanic. Jump in! No! It sucks, it's difficult to pull off and know where you're going to land, but oh well, this part isn't too difficult. Anyway, I wonder what's in the next room. No! And yeah, the graphics struggle a bit whenever the camera pulls back. Oh god, why is there suddenly fucking jumping puzzles? And to make it more difficult, some of the planks fall when you step on them. There's a bird flying around that'll knock you off. And what the hell is that perspective? Can you work out what the fuck is going on here? Some are raised platforms, some aren't. It's so difficult to tell. And I won't mention how difficult it is as well to run. You have to double tap the up arrow in a very specific way that won't work 90% of the time. So you make it across after a ton of failed attempts. Open the chest with the key you got earlier, and you find out that the Dark Man didn't possess Jeremy Hartwood's body.
Now, I am immobilized. Damned Yankees! I have need of a living body to regenerate myself. The Hartwoods managed to escape from me, but you who are reading these words, you will yield to my embrace.
He's now going to possess yours! Dun dun dun! But it doesn't make much in-game sense. This big evil Cthulhu entity ordered his slave to write a note and lock it in a chest so when somebody opened it, they'd know he was coming after them? Okay.
Soon you will belong to me. One of my slaves wrote this document. I have lived for 3 centuries, and my name is Ezekiel Prext, or Elijah Pickford. You may choose which to call me.
You run through a large dark maze and come across the big bad boss. And he's a tree who spits fire. You put the talisman on the pedestal, you light the lantern, you torch the bastard. No, you gotta run! Run! What? You gotta do the jump in puzzle again? Actually, it turns out you don't, but fuck, I didn't know that. What a waste. You run back through the tunnel, up into the cellar, and haul your ass out of that goddamn house. Ah, it feels good to finally be outside. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping. Your driver is looking a little anorexic though. And that's Alone in the Dark, an absolute classic. No idea why it's called that though. You spend most of the game in a light, surrounded by people. The first survival horror game though, huh? This is where Silent Hill, Resident Evil etc. got their roots. Yeah, due to its age it has a few problems, but it's still amazing. Luckily for you too, if you're now deciding you want to play it, there's about 100 sequels. I hope you really enjoyed this video guys. I'm new so any comments would be highly appreciated. You can subscribe too if you'd like, if you don't mind hearing my terrible voice for hours and hours to come. Anyway, see ya mate.
Damned Yankees!